So you're jobless. You went to your job every single day and then you were laid off. What are you supposed to do now? First off, clean your mess and dress up. Not a single day has been successful wearing PJs. The positive and yet so draining side of being jobless is the time that you are given. You now have to keep yourself busy for the whole day. Because being jobless doesn't mean that you should sit and do nothing but look for a job. Before anything, the first message I want you to remember is do not feel guilty for doing something else. I see you sending your resume, doing cover letters, and doing as much as you can, and yet when you plan a little getaway or want to do something else, you feel guilty. Typically, at the moment it's summertime, there is not as many people in the office and not as many job advertisements. So you can go out and do something else because you cannot apply to jobs that do not exist, and you don't have to be available the minute an employers call you. I struggle with that, and I didn't make any plans for the summer because I thought I should be available the minute an employer called me or the next Monday. But in reality, I applied for a job about a month ago, and I had an interview, I had a small test, and they only got back to me now saying that they will be moving with someone else. I could have gone and see my family, but I did not because I feel guilty. Instead of feeling guilty, try to see the time that you're given as an opportunity to grow. So right after you got dressed up and cleaned your space, you are going to make a list of things you want to accomplish with the time that is given to you. As you don't know how long it's going to be, it could be a week, 6 months, a year, or even more. Make sure you have both small and big goals on your list. From making an appointment to check on your car to learning a new skill, write it down. Separate them into 4 categories: what you want to do, what you need to do, what will help you grow professionally, and a challenge. In that list, you are going to add a few things. First, a task to develop a hobby. It could be gardening, volunteering, painting, pottery, knitting, could be anything. 2, a task to develop a skill that is useful to your career. For me, it is to be more confident in my video making process. And perhaps you could start freelancing. It's a way to not lose any strings with the professional world. 3, you have to add an activity to take care of your physical and mental health. 4, upgrade your home. When we work, we do not have time to improve our home, while where we are at home, we just want to improve it. I got myself a brand new vacuum, for example. One of the cool things about being at home because you're unemployed is the fact that you can improve your home. I only moved in about 6 months ago and I'm still in the process of improving our home through decor. I would like to give my home a really Pinterest-like vibe. It's my very first home, so I have so much spent decorating it, but it costs a lot. So I have to space out throughout the month how much I spend, and to be honest, when you're working, you don't really want to spend that much, or at least as much as you are when you're not working. So I'm not working and I want to spend money. But first, before even decorating it, I really need to be able to clean efficiently, and I used to do it with a broom. But for the past month, it has been really annoying me because I start to broom and then there is a little spot that I miss out on, and it's just really annoying to me. So we decided to invest in a new vacuum. So we chose the Rowenta one because it's also possible to remove everything and to clean it up easily. And also in France, you have an index score that tells you if something is easy to repair or not. Most of the time, it's also an indicator on whether or not it's easy to clean, because you can remove everything and get everything back together. Okay, so my first impressions are that it's not quite as powerful as I thought it would be, but honestly, for my use, it would be really fine. 5. Make appointments and repairs. We often forget throughout the year to make some small repair around our house. Being unemployed is a great time to do those things so that once you have a job, you can enjoy your free time the right way. 6. List your professional priorities. If you have accepted the wrong job in the past, like I have, or if you feel like you're applying to jobs that you don't actually want, you need to know your professional priorities. Here are mine. The title of the job. Because even if you're doing the same job, being an assistant vs being a manager does not sound the same. The actual work missions, the company sector, the pay, the flexibility, and where it is situated. With those priorities in mind, my job research is way more efficient. 7. Go for a meeting, whether it's an after work or a fitness class. Do not isolate yourself. Go out, even if it's just for a walk and say hi to people. Do your own groceries. Avoid doing them online. Go to your local library, go to free events, and talk to people. The problem with being jobless is that we lose our everyday small talks with our colleagues and we only rely on people we are living with. Sometimes it can be a lot for them. So make sure you talk to other people. 8. Catch up with friends. But be aware they don't have the same free time as you, so don't take it personally if they don't respond right away. 9. Challenge yourself. I decided to do a triathlon despite the fact that I hate running, but at least it gives me a goal to look forward to, some kind of structure to my week. 10. Be the tourist in your area. If you're like me and just moved out about 6 months ago, you still have plenty of things to discover. So go out and discover it. 11. Update your resume, your portfolio, your cover letter, you name it. You actually have to do it. 12. Avoid doing things that triggers your depressive state. For me, it's to look for jobs for hours. I could do it for 8 hours straight and then I would feel so down and I would cry, let the curtain down. Nothing good come out of those days, except that I was really depressed. I now limit myself to look for a job only 2 hours a day. And as I said, it's summertime, so I don't even do up to 2 hours. I just quickly look through. I don't see anything, there's nothing, that's okay, I should move on with my day and do something else. This video is also a reminder that you're not alone, and if you need to seek help, go out. Here are a couple of quotes that help me to go through these days when I'm feeling depressed. If you knew how many no's you needed to get a yes, you would be chasing no's. Everything is temporary. You will get a job someday. Sometimes that triggers come from other people. They are going to give their opinion and you didn't ask for them, but here are some ways to reply to a couple of them that are really annoying me at the moment. Just accept any job. That's a mistake I did. I accepted 2 jobs that I was either overqualified for or did not help with my career plan. And it led to 2 things. First off, it did not help with my self-confidence because I was told, yeah, you're a great assistant, but we are not going to consider you for another job because don't seem like taking on more responsibilities, whereas in the past, I've had more responsibilities. And then from an employer point of view, I am doing job hopping. So here's what I would respond to those people. Look, I do appreciate you caring about my situation, but I've made my job market research and I'm open to apply to any position that fall within communication, e-commerce or SEO sector, which leaves me a ton of jobs to choose from. We respect their opinion and accept the fact that they want to help you, but you set the record straight that you're not being demanding. You're not the problem. Perhaps you should follow a training. I just came out of uni. Sure, it was 3 years ago, but I'm not someone who needs a new training. Actually, if I get a new training, I'm just gonna ask for more money, so it's not doable. Again, start your reply with the, look, I do appreciate you caring about my situation, but I've done my market research and it seems like my skills are not a problem. I know you have been sending a ton of CV and cover letters. You are not the problem. If people continuously give you unsolicited advice, then you have to do the same thing as I talked about earlier. You can put a distance in between you and them. It's just temporary, and sometimes it's better if it triggers your depressive state. Obviously, not everybody reacts like this, and some people are going to give you some resources, and you should definitely take them. Take those chances. Even if you don't meet those people that are going to say those things to you, you're still going to meet new people, and they are going to hit you with the "what do you do?" or even worse, "what are you?" And once your typical answer, "I'm a digital communication specialist," is taken away from you, what are you supposed to say? After a terrible breakup, I went to my therapist and she gave me an exercise that is actually helping me during this time of my life. I had to identify my island. I don't actually know why she said island instead of mainstay, but I like to imagine myself on a desert island with only the sea around me. Your islands are the things that you want to do as hobbies, the things that makes you happy, the people you like, the things you want to welcome in your life, and the things that define you. Here are mine: doing sport, developing my hobbies such as video content making, travels, learning new skills, my friendships, my partner, my family, and obviously my work. If one of those is out, I still have 7 other things to rely on that bring me joy. Now that you have made the list of things that you want to do while you are unemployed and the list of your island, make sure that for each island you have something to culture your happiness within that island. Remember, you're so much more than your job title or your employment status. This period of your life is just one chapter, not the entire story. Use this time to rediscover yourself, nurture your passion, and strengthen your relationships. Embrace the opportunities for personal growth and enjoy the journey. You are resilient, capable, and deserving of happiness and fulfillment, regardless of your job situation. Keep believing in yourself, stay positive, and remember that this is temporary. You are yourself, and that is the most important thing to be.